Hi, everyone. Welcome to meditation one for the Embodied and Unshakable course. So, this is the first practice we'll do. We'll keep it very simple. There'll be about 6 meditations. I'll invite you to join me for 6 meditations during this course. So, this is for week 1 and 2. And we're going to just start with breathing. We've practiced this breath a bit already in our classes. Simple 3-part breath just to get the breath moving through the body and to anchor our minds into the present and onto the breath. So, again, keeping it really simple, start by taking a very comfortable seat, either sitting on the floor or if you're in a chair, legs uncrossed with feet on the floor. And once you're seated, get comfortable. Make any adjustments, shift if you need. And then feel the chair or the cushion or the floor underneath you. Feel the support. And allow your body, like your body's coming home and landing here on the earth, allow your body to land and rest on that support. And let's take a few deep breaths together to begin the cleansing, clearing breaths that we've gotten used to in our practice together. Breathe in through the nose and breathe out fully through the mouth. So a nice long soothing sigh out of the mouth. Do that twice more. Breathe in through the nose and a soothing breath out through the mouth. And one more time, breathe in your nose, out your mouth. And see if you can get a sense of just like landing in your body, coming into the feeling of body, of your body. And what is that feeling in this moment as you continue to gently breathe? So let's let our breath return to just a natural, easy breath through the nose, breathing in, breathing out, and just noticing any sensations in your body in this moment. Maybe you feel heavy. Maybe there's some tingling in your upper back or neck. Maybe there's some tension in your jaw. Whatever it is, whatever you notice, we're going to be really gentle about it, right? And really curious and really loving. So let's start before we go into the breath. Keep your gentle breath flowing. But before we go into the technique of the conscious 3-part breath, that will be our meditation today. Let's soften. So bring some awareness to your head and imagine the brain, that big computer, that big machine in there that's doing what it needs to do to keep you alive, to keep all the signals and the communication to your heart, to your lungs, to your digestive organs, all the things that we need our brain for. But go in and invite your brain, which also is the big motor of thinking and consciousness and awareness. Whatever's present right now, whatever thoughts are present, not making any meaning of them, just go in and imagine that you're softening the actual organ of your brain, the muscle. You might even envision that the brain is kind of softening and shrinking in the skull. And then move down and soften the eyes in their sockets. Over to the ears, both ears, softening the area of your ears. Softening your jaw, your tongue, and your throat. Soften your heart. And when I say soften, I mean just inviting a little bit of softness into that area, the energy of softness. Soften the palms of your hands and the soles of your feet. And then lastly, the floor of your own house, your pelvic floor. So between the pubic bone, the tailbone, and the two sits bones, all the muscles of the pelvic floor, the external sex organs, just imagine all of that releasing and softening. And then let's feel what the breath is doing. So feeling the belly and the ribs, and maybe the chest also moving, expanding when you breathe in, softening when you breathe out. And we'll start by directing our attention to the belly. And when you breathe in, your next breath, feel the belly filling as if you're pouring the breath into the belly. And when you exhale, you're pouring the breath out of the belly. And so we're breathing now through the nostrils, if that's possible for you, breathing in and out through our nose, breathing into the belly and out of the belly. And then we're going to move with the next breath, breathing in the belly and then into the ribs. So pouring more breath and letting the ribs soften on the exhale, letting the belly soften. Maybe even feeling it draw back toward the spine when you breathe out fully. Keep going with the belly and the rib cage, filling from the belly up through the ribs, softening the ribs, softening the belly. And then we'll continue to pour the water of your breath, the water of life from the belly and the ribs up into the heart. So just imagine filling your tank. And when you exhale, you're softening the heart and you're softening the rib cage and you're softening the belly. And none of this should feel like a strain or like you're striving. We want to continue being gentle. We are bringing, fuller breaths in, but be gentle with yourself. Because pushing and striving tends to magnify the tension and magnify the feeling of pushing. So when you feel yourself pushing, no judgments, no worries about that. Just let go, soften again. You can always soften the palms, and you can also soften the soles of the feet. So continue with this 3-part breath, letting the 3 parts begin to flow one into the next. When you breathe in, you breathe into the belly and the ribs and the chest. When you breathe out, the chest releases the breath, the rib cage softens, the belly draws in. Keep going. There's no right or wrong. There's no success or failure. Just continue to soften. Stay awake to the sensations of your breath as the breath pours into the belly, the ribs, and the chest, and out of the chest, the ribs, and the belly. Keep a gentle, steady flow. And we'll breathe. We'll continue to breathe for 1 more minute in this way. Deep flowing breaths. Relaxing where you can relax. Softening soles of the feet, palms of the hands. You're just communing with the breath. And remaining really curious. Whatever experience you're having is exactly the experience that you're meant to have. Let's take 3 more 3-part breaths. And at the bottom of this 3rd breath, releasing all the air, even drawing the belly back, exhaling every bit of stale air in the lungs, and then just take a nice, clean, full breath in. And let that breath out how you wish, through the nose or through the mouth. And let's just sit for a moment, receiving any information, any insight from the meditation and from the breath. You are welcome to continue sitting, resting, and breathing, going into meditation now, or you can close for yourself. Thank you for practicing. Namaste.